Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now it is happening. Bitcoin just now officially took out the exact bearish price targets that I've been talking about over the last 1 to 2 days here. And now that we've already hit that exact price target, the price of Bitcoin is now starting to bounce from this crucial area of support in the immediate short term, and also bouncing from very close to oversold in the short term Bitcoin RSI. So in just a moment, I'll be revealing the next Bitcoin move about to happen very soon. So definitely pay attention to that, while Ethereum is continuing to struggle and reject from this significant area of resistance, while the price of XRP is continuing to hold above this crucial line of support here based on previous resistance flipping into support. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin and crypto charts today, taking a quick look at the US stock market today. This is the S&P 500 index on the 4-hour time frame, and as of recording this video, the stock market has just now come to a close for the day. And of course, over the last couple of days, we continued a further pullback, but just over the last 1 day throughout the trading day here, of course, we did see a bounce after initially opening down from the previous candle close, the previous day close. Of course, we've seen a bit more of a bounce just throughout the trading day, which means potentially expect some sort of bounce for the crypto market just in the shorter term is a very likely scenario. So that is the situation in the shorter term, but overall still looking relatively weak if we're talking about the multi-week leading into potentially multi-month trend for the US stock market, still showing a lot of weakness in the somewhat midterm here. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today here on the weekly time frame, the super trend indicator is still sitting in the red, and of course we're still playing out a massive bearish divergence on the weekly Bitcoin price chart, which has not yet been invalidated. But like I've been explaining over the last multiple weeks now, of course we've hit oversold, and we're now playing out an oversold signal in the weekly Bitcoin RSI. And the last time this happened was around the middle of 2022, and what came next was actually a decent bullish relief over the next 1 month or so. Over the next multiple weeks, we continued a bit of a relief in the price of Bitcoin. But remember, this signal by itself does not guarantee that we've hit the bottom. It is still possible we could ultimately go lower at some stage later on after we first play out a bit more of a relief over the next multiple weeks. And so that is still the situation on the weekly Bitcoin price chart. And if we're taking a look at the 3-day Bitcoin price chart, obviously once again the much larger trend, technically still bearish, not yet fully confirms the end of that trend. We're still possibly in a situation similar to what we saw near the end of 2025 entering into very early this year. But at least in the short to midterm, once again we're playing out the oversold signal on the 3-day chart, and of course on the weekly chart, which means at least over the next couple of weeks, possibly longer, possibly even another month, but at least over the next couple of weeks, it is quite likely we'll continue a bit more of a relief here, either a sideways consolidation or a bit more of a bullish relief, basically the same sort of price action or similar price action to what we've been seeing over the last 1 month will likely continue moving forward over the next multiple weeks. But of course we have this massive resistance here, which we've just run into over the last half a week and perfectly started to struggle in this exact area that I've been warning about for over a month now, still sitting in between around 72,000 to 76,000. So especially that 76k level, obviously at that latest local high, that's pretty much the exact level we rejected from. And so obviously continue to expect a lot of resistance in this area, a lot of struggle and likely rejections from around this area. But if we're zooming further into the short term, looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, this is talking about the very short term moves that flip between bullish and bearish basically every couple of days. As we can see, we were bullish right here in the short term, then that completely flipped into bearish in the short term. Right now, obviously starting to see another short-term bullish move after playing out a couple of days worth of a short-term bearish move. So once again, understand the difference between the different time frames. On the small time frames, we're only talking about very short-term moves that don't last very long. Of course, if we're talking about, say, the 3-day time frame, that's talking about maybe multiple weeks leading into a period of maybe 1 or 2 months or so. If we're talking about the weekly time frame, this is a much larger trend that's been playing out over multiple months, which can even lead into a year or longer. But getting back into the short-term price action, looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, once again, just over the last couple of days, we've been perfectly playing out the overbought signal that I warned about all the way back up here, talking about a pullback very likely coming next. So obviously that's already perfectly played out here. And right now, just over the last couple of hours, multiple hours here, we have hit almost oversold in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI. So technically we still have a little more room towards the downside before we actually hit oversold. But keep in mind, because of how close we got to oversold, the last couple of times we got very close to oversold or actually entered into oversold in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI, that is a decent short-term signal telling us that we're going too far to the downside too quickly, and we're likely going to see some sort of a little bounce or some sort of a little relief moving forward. Obviously, it's not always a huge bullish move, sometimes just a slight bounce, sometimes a sideways consolidation, but basically a break or a relief from all of the bearish price action is quite likely over the next 1 to 2 days or so to reset this RSI further towards the upside away from oversold. Basically the exact opposite to that overbought signal. And of course, another reason as to why we're seeing a slight little bounce on top of the fact that we got close to oversold is due to the fact that we've run into this exact area of support here that I've been already talking about and targeting for a while now on the channel, sitting in between 69,000 to 69.5k. And we could see, at least based on the candle closes here, that is precisely where the price bounced from, and even the candle wick pretty much held this major area of support here, at least in the short term. Once again, 69,000 to 69.5k is the immediate support to watch out for right now, considering of course we broke below 71,000 over the last 1 day, which means target the next level of support towards the downside. Now, if potentially we ultimately break below 69,000, let's just say in the next couple of days, not necessarily right this moment, because it's likely we'll continue a bit more of a relief over the next 1 to 2 days, but let's just say in a few days from now, if the stock market, for example, continues to show weakness, especially in the new week, next week, of course, we could possibly ultimately break below 69,000. And if that ends up being the situation, then the next significant area of support in the short term is sitting in between around 65.5k to 66,000. But once again, right now, the immediate support is 69,000 to 69.5k, and we're likely going to hold that area of support at least over the next 1 day, possibly longer, possibly multiple days, but at least over the next 24 hours, I do expect the price to hold this as support, but also still show some weakness, kind of lacking bullish momentum. So I don't really expect a huge breakout above this strong resistance here at give or take 72,000 within the next 1 to 2 days, but also I don't expect a break below this support at 69,000 within the next 1 to 2 days, which suggests most likely the price becoming range bound, at least in the immediate short term for the next 1 to 2 days, is ultimately my exact prediction now moving forward, bouncing between this support and this resistance. And that's also due to the fact that we've already now wiped out both previously the upside liquidity around half a week ago, but now just over the last 1 day, we have now wiped out the downside liquidity that I targeted just before we wiped out this liquidity just yesterday, obviously. And so once again, if you watched my last video just yesterday when the price was at roughly 71 to 72,000, still holding above that 71k level, of course, I talked about how the next price target that I have in mind is at roughly 69 to 70,000 based on liquidity building in this area is ultimately the target that I had in mind in my last video, which is why I titled my last video Bitcoin Dump Bearish Price Target Revealed. Get ready for a move, basically hitting around 69,000 before the next bounce. And obviously, since I said that yesterday, we've now exactly played that out as predicted. And now that we've already wiped out that liquidity, we don't really have a lot of liquidity below the price or above the price, which now suggests relatively neutral price action remaining in this range, at least in the immediate short term for the next 1 or 2 days, possibly longer, but at least the next 24 hours, I expect the price to remain somewhat range bound and just settle down a little bit in the short term here is now my exact prediction moving forward and the key levels and targets to watch out for moving forward. And obviously, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any crypto, you need to be set up ready to go on a crypto exchange. And if you use the first link below the video in the description and in the pinned comment, that first link below this video will take you to this page right here over on the 2bit crypto exchange, which by the way is a no KYC exchange and is an exchange that I personally use myself from time to time. And simply just by using that first link below the video to 2bit, once again, you can see on this page there's currently a 3.5 million USDT prize pool up for grabs simply just by trading crypto using that first link below below the video. And on top of that, if you use the first link below the video to actually make your 2-bit account, but only if you use that link, there's also exclusive bonuses that are only available if you're using that first link below the video to actually make your 2-bit account, where as you can see right here, you can claim up to an extra 200 USDT in actual withdrawable stablecoins just by simply trading crypto using that first link below the video. So obviously, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, or preparing to take the next trading opportunity, you might as well check this out. Take advantage of this. Once again, first link below the video. And remember, 2-bit is also a no KYC exchange. But with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, and I'll keep this quick because not a lot has changed over the last one day. Despite seeing short-term bullish moves and short-term bearish moves, overall, the Bitcoin dominance is still just bouncing around relatively sideways in a bit of a range at the moment, which has been the case for multiple months now, as we can see on the Bitcoin dominance chart here on the daily time frame, which means, of course, a lot of the major altcoins out there on average will still likely perform very similar to whatever Bitcoin does. So that is still the situation for the Bitcoin dominance here. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, obviously right now, technically the much larger trend has not changed over the last one day, but the short to mid-term situation is that we're still playing out this oversold signal, still trying to play out a relief, but obviously more recently in the shorter term, we've run into this major area of resistance here, sitting in between around 2.2K to 2.4K. And obviously based on this latest local high, especially in the high end of this area of resistance, closer towards 2.4K, obviously that is a strong level of resistance to watch out for, where the price is likely going to reject from or struggle at. And obviously I've already been talking about this area for over a month now, but if the price eventually at some stage breaks out above 2.4K and actually holds above this area, in that situation, the next target that I'll be watching would be sitting at around 2.8K. But once again, we're still running into this major resistance, causing the price to struggle in the shorter term. And if we're zooming into the daily time frame, right now the price of ETH is potentially breaking back below this golden pocket here, sitting in between around 2150 to 2250. And if we actually see a daily candle close in the price of ETH confirm below 2150, and especially if we fail to break out back above that area, in that situation, of course, we've essentially failed the breakout on the daily time frame, but obviously on the 3-day time frame, we never confirmed any breakout here at all. So ideally, the point to breakout is really 2.4K to be a bit more confident that we're really heading back towards the upside, towards 2.8K. But once again, for now, we're possibly about to invalidate that shorter term breakout here on the daily time frame, essentially entering back into this previous range that we've been in for basically since around the beginning of February, obviously. And if we're taking a look at the 4-hour Ethereum price chart just over the last one day, similar to how Bitcoin in the short term broke back below this area, playing out a bit of a pullback, playing out an overbought signal over the last couple of days, Ethereum is following very similar price action. Obviously, we perfectly played out this overbought signal over the last couple of days as predicted here, and we've now actually broken back below this area, which was sitting in between around 2150 to 2.2K. So I'd now expect short-term resistance again in this area. So if we see another little bounce, expect resistance once again in between 2150 to 2.2K. And as for support, I would expect a decent amount of support at roughly around 2070 approximately, and below that, more support at roughly around 2010. But remember, Ethereum will likely follow very similar price action to whatever Bitcoin does in the short term. So like I said earlier in the video for Bitcoin, my current prediction, at least for the next one day, is for the price to kind of stabilize a little bit, play out a little bit of choppy sideways price action, relatively neutral just for the next one day, which means expect something similar for that for Ethereum here in the shorter term. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the weekly time frame, of course, the much larger trend is technically still bearish, still playing out this massive bearish divergence that I actually warned about all the way back up here, close to all-time highs, when pretty much no one else out there was warning about all of this still to come. So obviously that's still playing out right now. And in terms of the short-term moves, of course, we're still holding above this crucial area of support here in between around $1.30 to $1.40. So not much has changed over the last one day here on the weekly XRP price chart. And in fact, we pretty much perfectly rejected from around $1.60, as we can see right here. That's a strong Fibonacci level, acting as strong resistance at $1.60, and pretty much to the nearest cent we rejected from $1.60, a level that I've been talking about, warning about for many months now on the channel. So obviously still expect strong resistance there. And as for short-term resistance, we're now breaking back below this area, which was previous resistance and could now once again be acting as resistance, and that's sitting at around $1.46 give or take, $1.46 to $1.47 give or take. And as for support, we do have support right here at around $1.43 to $1.44 based on this previous descending line of resistance, now acting as new support. Once again, that's a descending line, which means it's overall decreasing in price. So currently, once again, around $1.43 to $1.44 as the immediate short-term support. And if the price actually breaks below that level in the coming days, in that situation, the next strong support is sitting at around $1.38 to $1.39. And below that, we have more support at around $1.37 as well. So basically $1.37 to $1.39 as the next strong area of support. But once again, XRP will likely follow very similar price action to what Bitcoin does in the short term, which means, like I said earlier in the video, for Bitcoin, my current prediction is for the price to hold above this area of support, at least for the next 24 hours, but still show a lot of weakness, lacking bullish momentum here. So obviously expect something similar to that for XRP just in the shorter term here. And if we're taking a look at Solana on the 3-day time frame, it's a similar situation here. Of course, we're still playing out the massive multi-month bearish trend. We've not yet fully confirmed a reversal or an end to the larger bearish trend. But obviously, in terms of the short to midterm here, we're still playing out the oversold signal in the 3-day Solana RSI, exactly as predicted over a month ago. But just over the last half a week, over the last couple of days, we've perfectly rejected from my exact area of resistance here, still sitting in between $95 to $105. I've not moved that area for many months now. Obviously, still expect strong resistance, expect rejections and the price to struggle from within this area on the price chart. And if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Solana price chart, just over the last 1 day, we have now officially just confirmed a candle close here on the 4-hour time frame below this area, which was sitting in between around $88.70 to $90.70 approximately, which is now one confirmation confirming the break back to the downside below this area, which means I'd now expect short-term resistance in between $88.70 to $90.70. So if we see a bit more of a bounce, once again, expect a lot of struggle in that area, and obviously at around 95 to 105, as I just mentioned a moment ago. And as for short-term support, we do have some support at roughly around 86.70 give or take, and more support at roughly around 84.50 give or take. And once again, we'll likely follow similar price action for Solana here as to what Bitcoin does in the shorter term. And if we're taking a look at Chainlink on the 3-day time frame, once again, the much larger multi-month trend is technically still bearish. We've not yet fully confirmed the end or the reversal out of that trend, but of course, the short-term midterm situation is an oversold signal continuing to play out in the 3-day Chainlink RSI as predicted over a month ago. That's still technically the case here, still in this range in between support and resistance. Once again, we still have strong support in between $7.90 to $8.50 and strong resistance in between $9.50 to $10, especially closer towards $10 as a key psychological level, and previous strong support now acting as strong resistance at pretty much exactly $10. And so overall, expect the price to remain in this range at least for the coming days. There's a very likely scenario for the price of Chainlink following somewhat similar price action to what Bitcoin does in the short term, which means yes, still holding above this support, but showing a bit of weakness at least over the next couple of days. Very likely here for the price of Chainlink and a lot of the market overall. And once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, check out the links below this video to those exchanges if you want to take advantage of massive bonuses only available using those links to certain exchanges like 2bit. And of course, if you want to actually know how you can trade these moves, no matter what direction the price goes, to profit at all times in the market, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.